From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance, because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now here's Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
It's Kingsley Enagbari finding a way in to bring him down.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 2nd down, it's Jones. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On play action, now Rodgers. Past the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
And Lazard's got it again.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Now Rodgers.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Romeo Doubs
from 8 yards out.
And the Packers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Mahomes going to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Now Mahomes. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. This one is caught. It's Moore. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Kadarius Toney.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up, place the ball, so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On play action, it's Rodgers. Out. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
Touchdown, Packers. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a forward
Touchdown!
Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On play action, Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Rodgers now to throw.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Second down and goal. Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Crosby with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and this one caught by Travis Kelce.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He'll get this one to Kelce. That's complete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that cuts this lead down to 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. Still on his feet.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, Good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs from 8 yards out. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big play there for KC, and even 50 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
On first down, Mahomes. This is caught. Touchdown.
Kadarius Toney
from 21 yards away.
And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work.
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards. Rodgers now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the third quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The third quarter action from Kansas City. Second down and 10.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 49 yards.
Mahomes will throw for it, and the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think
he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is taken in at the 5. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. On play action. Now Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Romeo
Dobbs. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Kadarius Toney
From 4 yards out.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Packers 68, Chiefs 49.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 75 yards.
And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Rodgers looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Rodgers to throw once more.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. On play action, Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers.
Romeo Doubs.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter.
Crosby with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He's got a man, complete, touchdown.
Mecole Hardman,
49 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Mahomes.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers throwing here.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count all the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, huh? But they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with Villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Deep be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm painting. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap
Between the Washington Commanders
and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready.
And we are underway from Arrowhead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away.
That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Brought down by Willie Gay.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 25 yards that time.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Here's Heineke.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Heineke.
His throw incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And he stopped immediately there.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that 1st drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That 1st series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that 1st drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a 2nd opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
So after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they? I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff running through the middle. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this is caught, and in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Mecole Hardman, 43 yards. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Heineke to throw for it on 4th down. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A first down throw for Heineke.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
On the counter, Gibson.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this third down.
Once more, Gibson.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down, Heineke.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Heineke.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Heineke now. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
15.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Heineke on first down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, Gibson. Down inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Gibson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again with Gibson. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On 2nd and inches, Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Heineke to throw it.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in,
In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Heineke. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Mahomes going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for KC. 69 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Butker's kick here is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Throwing, Heineke.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. And yet again, it's McLaurin.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 47 yards.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Chiefs are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
On 2nd and 10,
Heineke gets this to Gibson,
and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Heineke again.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On play action, Heineke.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to work. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Heineke, that's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll have a first down as he's able to work his way out of bounds with 14 seconds remaining.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
He's going to let it fly. intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So it's a win for the Chiefs here, and no surprise, it was Patrick Mahomes who really led the charge.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The number one spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys